Hey guys, this is Chris G back with another motivational message on this glorious Tuesday evening. So hopefully you guys are having a great start to your week. I just wanted to pop on here a little bit and keep motivating you guys, to keep inspiring you to chase after your greatness because your dreams matter so much. So tonight I wanted to talk to you guys about this idea of self-accountability. Like for all of us out there who are chasing goals, who are trying to become better versions ourselves, who are trying to make a difference in this world, like leave it better than we found it, right? I think self-accountability is a tool that we have to develop if we truly want to make a change and make a difference in our life. And I think it's very hard for us to do that. It's very hard for us to be able to look in the mirror and have an honest conversation with ourselves, right? I think naturally when we judge ourselves, we are extremely, extremely difficult. So I might be tempted to look in the mirror and be like, today, my effort was a 4 because I sucked. I failed. I didn't do what I wanted to do, or you may say, today, my healthy habits, my exercise, my eating and all that, I give myself a 2. I just screwed up. I'm such a major loser, right? And I think for a lot of us, when it comes to self-accountability, we all kind of fall in this danger of we're hard on ourselves, right? Like we're really, really, really hard on ourselves. We feel like we can never achieve that 10. Like we can never get to saying we're doing a good job because we constantly crave more. Or we're constantly comparing ourselves to people we think that are just better than us. It's easy for me to say to myself that I'm worth a 2, but when I look at my neighbor, I may be like, but they're living at a 9 or a 10. So I created this gap that probably isn't there because I don't know everything about my neighbor. I don't know everything about the person on social media. I don't know everything about their life. So how can I sit there and judge and just be like, oh, they're better than me. They bring it harder than I do. They work harder than I do. They deserve it more, So I think this whole conversation of self-accountability is so important. So tonight, I really want to talk to you guys about having that true conversation with yourself. And so tonight, I want to challenge you guys. If you have to look in the mirror, cool. If you want to write it down in your journal, if you have a notebook or whatever, I want you to rate yourself in all honesty, okay? Not feeling guilty, not putting yourself down. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much did you show up for your life tonight? Like how much did you show up today to be the better version of who you want to be, right? And if it's a 10, by all means, awesome job, right? If it's a 4, then I need you to sit down and be like, what can I do differently tomorrow to make sure I never feel like a 4 again? If it's like a 1, then we need to have a serious conversation, right? And that conversation is, why do you not love yourself enough to rate you higher than a 1? No one is living their life at a 1. I promise you, you did something right today. It might just be you put your shoes on. It might be, you dressed up, you went to work, you went through the monotony of the 9 to 5. I don't care what it is, but you had success today because you're still breathing. Like even if that's your victory, you're breathing at the end of the day. So do not rate yourself at a 1 or 2. But I would say most of us are going to rate ourselves at a 6 or a 7, right? Like that's a safe thing for me to say about myself. I'm a 6, I'm a 7. It's not going to offend anybody. No one's going to be like, oh, how dare you rate yourself a 7? Nobody's going to be upset because, I put myself at a 7. I left some off on the table. But I want you to really think to yourself 2 aspects. Number 1, what did I do right today to get me to a 7? I'm going to say that again because I think it is so important. What did I do right today to get me to that 6, to get me to that 7, to get me that 5, to get me to that 8? What did I do right? Did I wake up on time? Did I tell the people that I care about that I love them? Did I work my butt off at work? Did I study extra time? Did I show up in my health way, right? And I want you to find all those ways that you were successful. And I want you to think of just how awesome that really is. Look at the amazing person that you are. You got all the way up there. Now I want you to look at the other side of the spectrum, and I want you to think to yourself, what could I have done today to make me a 10? And I think that's the hardest part about self-accountability, is what could I have done today to max out my life, to live life to its fullest? What could I have done today? And maybe it's, I could have ate all 3 meals healthy. I could have worked out that half hour I wanted to. Or, I could have called that friend that I've been putting on the back burner. And I want you to think of and I want you to pick just one thing that you could have done different today to give yourself a 10. Just one. And I want you to put it in your plan to do it tomorrow. Okay? So tonight, guys, I just wanted to come out here and I wanted you to have this honest conversation with yourself with how well am I showing up for myself? Because you are an amazing person, and whatever you want in this world, you can go get. But you are the one in control of your destiny. You are the one that determines how far you are going to get. So maybe, just maybe, you need to sit down and have that conversation with ourselves that says, you know what? Here's all the things I'm doing right, but I know deep down I can go a little bit more and a little bit extra, and here's how I want to improve for myself. Not for anybody else, but here's how I want to improve for myself. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. This is your boy Chris G from Certified G Motivation, just coming on here to give you that little spark, that little ignition, if you will, to keep having you chase after your dreams. Because I don't never want to see anybody get up. Because this life's too short, and we all deserve to see each other's greatness. Much love, guys. Keep chasing your greatness, and we'll see you on the flip side. Good night, guys.